Keep track of what you said and where you said it with Engagio. Cutting the Cartesian plane with RobotGrrl. Be hyper-efficient across multiple instances with Fabric Engine. Welcome to Episode 4 of VCTV Weekly Update. Hi, I'm here with our weekly commentator, Jace Cornway of Real Ventures. Good morning, JS. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Christina?
Fine, thanks. So what's going on with Real?
So, well, we had a big week at Real. As I mentioned last week, we had Cinemagram, so the new app from Factile, launched, and the numbers have been through the roof. They've done extremely well, to the point where they were contacted by Apple and will be featured as the featured app in the App Store for Canada for Apple. So it's great news for them. We also had an announcement, a company called Engagio, one of our latest investment. It's a co-investment with Roe Canada. Roger Chabra was the investor for Roe. And it's also an angel investment from Fred Wilson of Union Square, first investment with them. And this is a great story. Basically, the company came out of the comment box on Fred Wilson's blog. So by having a discussion with Fred on the blog, the founder, William, came up with the idea, refined the idea with the people that are very active on Fred's blog, and then create a company with it that we just seed funded. So it's an amazing story. Engagio is basically a company that's looking to become your inbox, but for all your social media messages. Other news, MotoSuite, a company we seed funded almost a year ago, has launched a new product called Frank and Oak, which is basically targeting, men, 18 to 35, 40, that are looking to look sharp, buy nice clothes, nice shirts, but for $50 or less. And they launched last week, and I've been doing pretty well with that. I would say across the board, a lot of our companies are doing well. A lot of people are hiring. Most of them are hiring. So any developer, anyone looking to get involved in a growing startup that's well funded, feel free to email me, and I'll forward the information to all of our different companies.
And we're really lucky to have Advisors IQ who are guiding everybody. And we'll look forward to see what else we're going to talk about the next few weeks then. Sounds
good.
All right. It's been great chatting with you, JS. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure. Take care.
You too. Welcome to VCTV. Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm here with RobotGrrl. We met her at the Start Week in Montreal not so long ago, but we didn't get to know you too well, so we've got a chance now. Hi, RobotGrrl. How's it going?
Hi, pretty good.
So tell us about yourself. Who is RobotGrrl?
Well, I guess I went to high school at Cooper, and after that I went to an AI program at Stanford for a few weeks, and then I skipped CCHEP and went right into university in the States. And then after a few years I stopped and started making apps, and now robots.
Now, Erin, why robots?
Why robots? Well, that's a pretty big question, but for me, what I enjoy most about robots is giving life to something that would otherwise be inanimate. So, for example, with RobotGrrl, it looks nice just as a craft on its own, but then it can come to life with all the behaviors and movements that it can do, and it can sense and react to the world. So that's what I like most about robotics, just giving life to something.
RobotGrrl, where do you see robotics going from here on?
From here on, where I see robotics is going more into the home. So for instance, we've had robots that have gone to Mars, that go into the ocean, but it seems that going into the home is like the final frontier.
It's Friday morning right now, so you had one of your weekly robot parties last night. Tell us about it.
So last night's robot party didn't work out too good because of some technical issues. But for the whole month of February, there's been some really interesting projects like a DIY CNC by someone. And what's most inspiring about it is that everyone just really enjoys talking about their robots and lending their experience to the world, basically.
Robot Girl, it's always so fascinating speaking with you, and we'll see you at the Robot Hackathon coming up soon.
Yep, see ya.
Thank you. I'm here with Paul Doyle. He's co-founder of the Fabric Engine. Hi, Paul. How's it going?
Hi, good, thanks.
So tell us about Fabric Engine. What is it?
Okay, so Fabric at a base level, we turn application performance into a commodity so that any developer can build high-performance, scalable applications. And, in large part, sticking to the languages they're familiar with, so things like Python, JavaScript, Ruby, and PHP.
Paul, tell me, what inspired the idea?
So pretty much all of us in the company, so the 7 of us now, worked together at a company called Softimage here in Montreal that was eventually acquired by Autodesk. And we were working on a parallel computing framework for Softimage called ICE. And what that did was it allowed a developer to describe concurrency, so how you make your software parallel so it can run on multiple cores. And it did it in a really easy way so that they weren't worried about low-level engineering tasks. And that really inspired us because we saw the effect it can have if you provide a developer with this kind of enabler, they can build incredibly powerful applications. And really we saw this need in the market that there's a mass of developers that know how to write Python and Ruby and JavaScript, building applications for web and mobile. But they're not hardcore software engineers. So for them to actually build applications that run on modern hardware architecture is really challenging. And that's really what we went after.
Now, you must have dealt with some investors. How has that experience been?
It's a mixed bag. I think that would be true of any startup. I think in our case, one of our challenges is that we have a very technical proposition. And I think that getting the messaging right so we can describe the high-level value proposition, like why it's important, I think that took us some time. I think initially we were far too in love with the technology to actually realize that VCs don't care about that. They want to know, how's this going to make money?
Real Ventures has been there for you. Tell us, what has the experience with them been like?
I think it's been good. I think there's, as we've been through a couple of pivots and abstractions, there's time where you have a frank exchange of views, but, that's what they're there for. Having a seed fund like them in Montreal is immensely valuable. I don't think you can cultivate a good entrepreneurial community if you don't have that initial seed money coming in. I think the expertise they have on that team is really strong. And I think it's going to have a great impact on how companies pan out in Montreal and hopefully enable more of us to stay in Montreal.
Sounds like a lot of exciting things are happening at your place. So what's next on the horizon for Fabric Engine?
I think the next big thing for us is launch on March 12th. That's going to be really cool. We're open sourcing the core of Fabric. And then I think later in the year, we're starting to look towards what we call mass distribution of computation. The idea of an application being hyper efficient across multiple instances. It's a bit geeky, but it's an important space. There's a lot of focus right now around technologies like Hadoop, and we're really a kind of Hadoop for applications is a way to think about us, and that's where we're heading.
Paul, it's been great getting to know Fabric Engine more, and we look forward to hearing what's going to happen coming up soon. So thanks for your time, and good luck with everything.
Perfect. Thanks for having me.
Well, that's it for this week. Thank you for visiting VCTV, and come back again real soon.